Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play Almighty Renegade. I noticed this tank being on sale, and I know plenty of the people will ask how the Renegade is looking like in 2026. So what we are going to do, we will try to answer into your questions and to showcase how to play with this vehicle. Whenever this tank came into the game, it was absolutely ridiculous, and it was very, very strong tank. Now, I'm not entirely sure about that. Anyways, the biggest highlight, whenever you play with the tier 8s, keep this in mind that you are going to be bottom tier more than 50% of the times, as we can see it now, instantly bottom tier. But the most important thing to highlight, fellas, if you are tracking the sales or you are hunting for tanks, keep this in mind. You can find this information in the index page. Also, same goes for a calendar if you are aiming to get or hunt some drops, plus on top of that, the 3D models to see how the tank armor is looking like. All information is over there. Keep this in mind. Yopter, right? You can get a heart attack whenever someone is subscribing, whenever you're doing a YouTube video. Anyways, obviously we are not live streaming. We are working on the YouTube at this point in time, and it always makes my heart go tuk 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 tuk. Anyways, the highlight of Renegade, or let's start from the bad things. I would say the worst thing with Renegade is the cupola. It is annoying to cover, but nevertheless you can do that by raising the gun and by trying to make the gun to pretty much cover it, right? That's the most important thing. What are some good things? The gun depression, the DPM, the accuracy. It's not bad. It's not ideal, but it is not bad. I think the gun is around 4 in the level of the 360 alpha damage guns. The shell velocity 1080. If you are loading gold, it is 1380. If you are making a decision to shoot gold, you have 30 millimeters penetration more, so 255. Everything is looking kind of okay, and you cannot say that it is a bad thing by any shape or any form. But in the same time, I just simply want to highlight that Renegade is one of those tanks which has quite a difficulty to play with. In other words, I think that in order to make this tank work, you need to know what you are doing, and this is not going to be an easy tank for a beginner or for the player that just starts the game or that doesn't know how to play with the vehicles like E5 or Renegade, whatever, whenever you need to cover your cupola. It is very important thing to say. It is very, I repeat, very easy to make a mistake with tanks like this, and if you will, it's not going to be pleasant experience, and you will just simply regret your life choices. But that is a part of the journey, that is a part of the story, in my opinion. Now, it's definitely not your typical triangle speaking about the tank overall, at least in my opinion. This is not a tank with which you want to snipe from the back non-stop. This is a heavy tank after all, and you want to be relatively involved into the game, and you want to be playing quite aggressively. But aggressive play is a very hard play to maintain whenever you are having such a big cupola. Hopefully this is understandable, and hopefully it makes sense what I'm trying to highlight and what I'm trying to say. No, I'm not saying that the tank is unplayable or the tank is bad. The most important thing is what I'm saying. You need to know what you are doing with this tank in order to be successful. That's the most important thing, at least in my opinion. Okay. Now, we need to figure out how we can play well without making stupid mistakes. We can see what is happening right here. We can see this Jack Pizda making pressure. Or I supposed to say Jack Pizda Jr. making pressure, and this is what we were waiting for. We are waiting until this mother trucker will get involved, and whenever he will, we are just going to say, "Hola, how are you doing?" This is exactly what we are waiting for. You see? This position is overall working extremely well whenever you want to surprise someone. And this is exactly what we try to do right here. And now they know that they cannot make a hardcore pressure here. I can guarantee you that they are very, very well aware of that if they will try to get involved, they are going to get farmed by us. They are going to be farmed by us, folks. Good, everything is fine. Luckily, we have the Kerveron, who doesn't necessarily know what he is doing, and this is a very good thing for us. Too bad I missed the shot. That is my responsibility, and he thinks that he is sitting very, very well, but truth to be told, it's going to be a journey for him to play against us. And we are doing a very good job, folks. We are doing a very, very, very good job, and very simple job, I would say. We are just holding the hold down position, and we are playing well. Now, we can clearly see some tourists of the world of tanks like this. Oh, that is surprising us by crossing through the middle of the field, but once again, that sounds like his mistake and his responsibility. We are saying hello for this Kerveron trying to escape, which is exactly what we were looking for. And as you can see, we are playing well. So far, we haven't lost any hit points whatsoever. We have done 2,500 damage, but once again, this is not very simple thing to do, and it is not for everyone. I can guarantee you that. To know exactly what you are doing with a tank like this, it is quite a journey to get through. Good, very, very good. So far, we are doing everything perfectly. Very, very nice. I would love, I repeat, I would love to eliminate this Jackpiece the Junior. I think I know exactly what I'm going to do now. I want to flank them. And flanking will be achievable, first of all, by slapping Arias and Coco. That is the first thing. And the second thing is, we want to make sure that we are going to eliminate Oho and IS-3. But before we are getting involved, what we need to do first, we need to, first of all, punish those tier 10s. They are allowing us to tax them and to slap them for casual, whatever, 5 shots. So we are taking this opportunity and we are trying to get as much use as we physically and possibly can for free, right? I believe this is understandable. We are trying to go for no aim shot. Unfortunately, we are missing it, and we are taking one for the team from the Coco. Does it bother me? No, not really. I am feeling quite alright. We are getting a bit of assisting damage, which is exactly what I've been looking for. Very, very nice. Now, we will try to get a decent enough angle to say hello for Mr. Turtle, because there is a big chance that Turtle won't realize that we are flanking him, although we can already see that my statement was false. He definitely noticed us coming closer, but once again, does it bother us? Not really. We are just trying to punish him as many times as we physically and possibly can before we have a chance. I see the IS-3 in the open field, but this is not exactly what I am aiming for. I am aiming for to eliminate the Mr. Turtle, and now we can start playing against the IS-3. So, as you can see, even in the worst case scenario, this tank can work if you know what you are doing, but I really cannot stress this enough that to know what you are doing with a tank like this is very hard thing to do. I would probably not recommend this vehicle for anyone who doesn't know how to play with the heavy tanks without, with a heavy tanks with a huge cupola, okay? That's important thing to say. And please, fellas, keep this in mind that you can always share your opinions about one or another tank in the comment section down below. It helps for people who are planning to spend the money on the game, right? And I think this is just not the tank for everyone, even though the tank is good. Even though the tank is good, it is not for everyone. Anyways, we have played well. We have done the things properly. 4,900 damage, 1,200 assisting damage. We have done a massive, massive job over there. 1.4 base experience, not even ace, by the way. And we got 137,000 profits. Very, very good. We cannot complain about this. Let's keep it up. Okay. Berlin Standard Battle. By the way, we are top tiers. What's up? Holy bananas. Is it even reality, fellas? Is it even reality nowadays? Whenever I am playing with the tier 8s, I am just, you know, mentally prepared to go as first for the enemy. This is how am I feeling like. Skill. Okay. The goal is very, very simple. In Berlin, obviously, we are going to be playing somewhere in the city. That's what we want to do. I don't want to go instantly super aggressively. I don't really think it is the best idea, but once again, we will see. We have time. We have time, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So, first things first, I would love to see a bit better angle here. I think we have a good angle to say hello for a Škoda. I don't really want to play super aggressively, at least at first. I don't really think it is worth it. I would rather have this cheeky angle, which many people have no clue about. But whenever there is someone who is playing who in the hold down position over there, they can definitely take one for the team from this angle over there. I know it's weird one. I know you are not used for seeing this, but if it works, I do not ask silly goose questions, you know? If it works, it works. And in this situation, it definitely does. All I want to see this T-32 trying to get involved just tiny touch more, and I am trying to hit his frontal mantlet that would ricochet into his hull. This is what I am looking exactly for, you know? It is not a bad thing to do by any shape or any form. Meanwhile, we know that Sue is sitting somewhere over there, so we are launching the shell to that direction. It is okay, and now we are just simply patiently waiting. There is nothing to wait for. It's okay. We know that... I'm trying to figure out what is the best deal for us to play in this game, you know? Do I want to make very, very much of the hardcore pressure, or I do not want to do that, you know? This is very, very important to me to figure this out. Can we go brrr or we cannot go brrr? Okay, we can clearly see that the Škoda is making a bad decision. It is fine. You see how am I not being like in the attacking angle instantly with this tank just because of the cupola from the close distance? I am trying to kind of make a bit different situation. I am trying to build a trap, you know, from where enemies would regret their life choices by stepping in, if I can say so. So we are just more likely to look for a trap than to go in front ourselves and to take one for the team. Meanwhile, we can clearly see that Arias is thinking about getting involved here, and I want to help him. This is the moment whenever we are saying hola, and whenever we are just simply making pressure. Now Turtle should be angry on us, and Turtle should consider our, he should consider his life choices about making more pressure, and that's okay. XM is flanking him, so, you know, he doesn't really have that much of the things to do right there, and that's okay. He's eliminated, all good. Now, what we can expect? We can expect from the folks to start making a hardcore pressure in this way. And that's what I want to see, to be fair with you. This is exactly what I want to see. We are spotted. That basically means there is a light tank in this triangle. Very, very good. Triangle is taking one for the team. Excellent. Once again, we are not rushing and we are not panicking. All we are doing, we are trying to get as much free use as we physically and possibly can. We do not want to mess this game up. We don't want to go in front and die for no reason whatsoever. It's completely unnecessary. Now, I want to relocate just a little bit, so we are going to have tiny touch different angle right there. And I'm aware of our list most likely getting slaughtered. I am aware of that. But in the same time, I have a feeling that there is a tiny chance that we could actually save him from being slaughtered. So that being said, we are just simply relocating like so. It will take for me, whatever, 15 seconds to get closer and to help him, and hopefully that will save the situation. Hopefully that will save the situation, folks. Okay. Both of them are down to fartable. That basically means I'm not afraid of them. Especially in this type of situation, I think we are okay. If I can prioritize the target, I will prioritize Arias for obvious reasons. Very, very good. The next target will be Centurion. I'm pretending to escape from here, but you know what? I don't even need to escape. Good. Good. I don't need to pretend he's dead. Excellent. Now, there is a board in the middle, there is a guard somewhere in the background, and obviously there is a Shrek who is already in his swamp. Beautiful. Once again, very specific gameplay with a vehicle. I would never say that, oh my bananas, it is so easy to play with this tank. So easy to play. If you don't make this tank work, no, fellas, no. This is a very, very, very hard tank. Not every fluffy super unicum will be able to play with this ideally, at least in my opinion. Guard just took one for the team. That's nice. Very, very good. You need to have a love for vehicles like this. And you see, whenever the distance is bigger, it's not even that guaranteed that you are going to be penetrating mother truckers all the time or hitting mother truckers all the time. It's not the case. It doesn't work this way. It doesn't work this way. But that's okay. Good. Our Skoda finished clipping this mother trucker off. Or out, I suppose to say. He's down to fartable, and I have a feeling that Skoda will eliminate him from the game. Or alternatively, he will eliminate Skoda, but I doubt it. I think Skoda got him. Okay. All in all, not a horrible game. I would probably expect a bit more from the tank this caliber, but once again, I know that it is me being bad dancer at this point in time, and that is okay. Beautiful, let's see the score. Okay, beautiful. We are back with 3000 damage, 400 assisting damage. We are first by experience. We are second by the damage. Very, very nice. And we got ourselves 93,000 profits. Nothing to cry about. So far, we are killing with this vehicle. So far, we are playing very, very well. 2 games played, 4,000 EPG, 800 assisting damage, if I've seen it correctly. Very, very nice. And we are getting spooned again. And we are getting another pretty good matchmaking for ourselves. We are playing against the equal tiers. Can you imagine? I'm saying it's a good matchmaking whenever we are playing with equal tiers. Whenever we are not seeing higher tiers, I'm saying it's good. Hey, nah. What a world we are living in, fellas. The tier 8s are screwed a big time at this point in time. I can tell you that much. Anyways, I kind of want to play in the open field. Believe me or not, I want to play in the open field. I don't want to play in the city. It's not because of the tanks that we can meet there. I just simply feel like there is not going to be that many forces that we can fight there. And I would rather go into the city and say hello for Arias, Progettos, T69s, whatever, triangles. Doesn't really matter. This is what I feel like. Let's see. Am I correct or am I wrong? Sip of espresso. Ooh, good. For more brain power, if you will. Let's go. What would be the goal? The goal would be to make pressure like this, I would say. I think this would be the best idea for us. Although we can clearly see that Arias is even playing in the city. What a naughty mother truckers, huh? What a naughty and brave mother truckers. Crazy. So, okay. Don't worry. We are going to make some pressure over there. But before that, we need to get into the good position. Beautiful, very, very nice. T69, we are not afraid of the T69. If anything, we are going to say hello for him. T69 is thinking, oh, my bananas. Oh, stock T69. Oy, 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 oy. Unfortunate for him. Very fortunate for us. We are detracking him again. Very, very nice. So what that basically means? That basically means he is getting a free ticket to the garage. Unfortunate, but that is World of Tanks. Sometimes you are winning, but sometimes you are messing it up. Good, good, good. Very, very nice. Now we want to see a good enough angle to say hello for this T44. There is a big chance that T44 will make a silly goose decision and try to escape like so. If he won't escape like so, he's going to get slaughtered by others. We can see a light tank in the open field. I meant to say we can see light tank in the garage. Very, very nice. And now I would love to see someone spotting for us. I'm not going to be making pressure through the open field. There is no bloody way. There is Ergashem that never been spotted and Vinhand that never been spotted. Arta is trying to escape on his own pace. Beautiful, very, very nice. Free shot for us. This is exactly what we are looking for. And now we are waiting until we are going to have the ELC even making a bit of pressure. While we are waiting for him, I believe it would be wise to go for a couple of the blind shots. And soon we will go for a base defense. Don't worry about this, everything is okay. And by the way, the main reason why I made a decision not to play in the city, I felt like I am not going to meet that many of the enemy forces over there. Maybe I'm stupid, maybe I'm silly goose, but this is how I felt like. And if I feel like I'm not going to be meeting enough of tanks, right, just purely how matchmaking was looking like over there, well, that means that it is not worth it. Anyways, Arias is making a hardcore pressure right there. This is a very, very good stuff. We are just simply waiting until the Ergashem will get spotted. I mean, I could go for a blind shot, but I'm not entirely sure is it worth it. I'm still waiting for a second, and clearly he is not there because he is not getting spotted. That's all right. Now, we are going straight up for a base defense. I think this is the best decision for us to do. I don't really think there is anything better for us to do in this type of situation. And we will try to focus, obviously, the Zwilling, because he is a most dangerous tank in this game. By the way, Zwilling, fellas, Zwilling is better than the bloody Renegade. I can tell you that much. Zwilling is just insane. One of the best tanks in the tier 8 at this point in time. At least that's what I think. I hope that our folks will slow down a bit with making pressure. That is what I am hoping for, but you know, everything is depending on them. Okay, Zwilling down to 2 shottable, down to 1 shottable. That is exactly what I want to see. He is going straight into the garage at this point in time. Great. So what we want to see someone who is trying to cap the base. Is it Arias or is it Scorpion? We are going to figure this out right in a second. This is Arias. Doesn't disturb me anyhow. Beautiful shot towards the Arias. Now, if I would be in his place, I would start panicking and I would start shitting my pants, to be fair with you. He's going straight into the garage just like so. Good. Scorpion returned for a base defense. That's very, very good for us. So all we need to do, we need to eliminate enemy Arias playing in the middle. Enemy Arias is eliminated. So at this point in time, we just simply need to figure out how we can make pressure for the enemy forces that are left in the middle or that are left somewhere over there. There is still plenty of the meat on the bone, and I think that we have done the things properly, although you can say, skill, you pussy, you haven't played in the heavy line with a heavy tank, but I truly felt like it wasn't the best case scenario for us, and it was just simply not worth it just because we had only 2 heavy tanks in the matchmaking. And let's get real, who could imagine that triangles will make pressure like this as well instead of snipers? sniping next to the red line. That is unusual thing, fellas. That is a very unusual thing. Meanwhile, we are going to load the high explosive ammunition because we can, and we are hoping that we will be able to say hello for Ergashem sitting right about here. And we can, and we will, and we do. Beautiful, 400 in the face. I can see that autoloader is coming closer to us, but honestly speaking, I literally don't care. Very, very nice. He's down to fartable. Actually, every and each of them down to fartable, so we just don't care. We are thinking how to eliminate them without losing all of our hit points. That would be one. Good. We will go for some more of them in a second. ISU just fired. What that basically means? That basically means we have an advantage on him to go this way. He's thinking, oh, yop, tararai. I hope he doesn't know that I fired. Unfortunately for him, I do. Even though we low roll it, we don't really care too much about this. We are feeling all right. And I'm not going to peek for him. Actually, I am going to peek for him. Good, we eliminated him from the game. And all we need to do, we need to eliminate the last remaining Scorpion, unless someone else will finish him off. Beautiful game once again. Solid 3.5 thousand damage and 100 assisting damage. You see, fellas, it is not an easy mother trucker to play with, but if you know what you are doing, you can be relatively consistent with it, and you can do very, very good things. But once again, I really want to highlight that the tier 8 matchmaking is absolutely crap. So for that reason alone, I would highly recommend to think twice before getting yourself a tier 8 premium, let alone heavy tank. And the second thing is, it's just that difficult mother trucker to play with. But nevertheless, we were successful. 3.5 thousand damage, 100 assisting damage. We have done the things well, and 107,000 profits. That's very, very nice. Now, overall performance, what we crafted is 3.8 thousand average damage and 600 assisting damage. You can say whatever you want. We played like crazy mother truckers. We played like a bloody kings, if you will. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate you, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.